Summer is here and the surf is flat, so I volunteered for the Planet X hosting gig. Cool studio. Maybe this will open up a future for me on ESPN or MTV as a VJ. Anyway, I'm Josh Sleigh, and this is my first official TV role, so please go easy on me. On this week's Planet X, we are going to hit the surf scene with two new signature films. Arc, a Taylor Steele flick featuring Taylor Knox, and Blueprint, a film on Shane Dorian produced by Billabong. We are also going to this week's action from the Planet X Summer Games in Australia, and a special profile from Planet X's own, Bob Babbitt. So hang out for the wild world of Planet X.
Planet X continues its coverage of the world's best action sports athletes. For this week's local angle, Planet X is featuring the skating talents of Tony Hawk, Colin McKay, and Bob Burnquist at the RDS skate event. All three of these skateboard legends live in San Diego. Let's head to Encinitas, California for this special local feature. Well, that wraps up our local angle this week. Our special thanks to RDS, Colin McKay, and Ramp Logic for their help. For the Planet X crew, I'm Bob Babbitt, and we'll be right back with more action on the wild world of Planet X.
This is Planet X. Planet X.
My name is Tony Hawk. Welcome to my world.
Music from and inspired by Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, featuring music personally chosen by Tony Hawk. Plus, a bonus CD-ROM of never-before-seen footage, a special look at Tony's trademark 900 film, along with an exclusive preview of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 game, and more. Music from and inspired by Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3, a 2-disc set of music and exclusive Tony Hawk footage. Available now. This is Planet X. Planet X.
Australia rules when it comes to good surf and beautiful women. The action's not so bad either when it comes to the Planet X Summer Games. Let's take a look at this week's coverage with our crew from Planet X Australia.
Dropping in, Shane, yes. Dropping in, Shane, yes. All right, we're expecting some pretty huge things from him. This is his final run. He actually qualified in back-to-back 540s there. Absolutely. This is what we want to see. Now, he only just made it through to the final because of Sisamora injuring himself. But who knows? He still has a chance to take...
Yo's taking his chances and the bronze.
Chris from Brent. Oh my God, that's the trick I'm talking about. Into a huge grab.
Oh, where's he going with that?
He has just got so much height here. He's on fire. Hands down. If he sticks to this wall to wall, it's
holy
God, this is ridiculous.
over the channel.
That is ridiculous. How much height does this guy want? This is 100.
Holy that now.
Wall to wall spins here. Show us some grinds, mate. Here we go.
It's getting silly here.
Oh my God, that is a switch knife.
Todd Chris in a class of his own. The gold his, silver to Fogarty.
Try everything, like big make this in the beginning, and it went good, so I'm really happy.
Yeah. Oh my God, that's the trick I'm talking about. Check it out, jumping it off that extension. Oh, opening up into the twist.
I was not really scared, I was just having fun, pushing the crowd. the crowd was pushing me, so it was a great moment, you know, it's like a really magic moment.
The Frenchman. Yeah, Brian's done it. Look at the side. Oh, that is just enough.
Take a vert ramp, add a skater, and you have a wild recipe for the spectacular. Riders pull off the unthinkable on the sheer vertical walls. The higher they fly and the more moves they bust, the more the judges like it. But beware, the ramp's been known to bust. Hotshot Dom Kekic is smoking through the finals. But Brazilian Sandro Dias and American Bucky Lasek are leading the international charge.
Kekic, they call him Keckle for like a 6'5" 540 into a giant Madonna who was spinning 540s at the age of 12. And Dom just got the most casual style. This stuff looks so easy on TV when Dom does it, but trust me, it's not. He's just got it sussed. And look at, hey, wow, Australia's best kept vertical secret is now out.
And hype to take the bronze.
Just up there, you know, it's so nice, just sort of skating indoors.
Sandro Dias in Brazil then. It's backside mosquito air. Oh, look at that front side, that big twist. 360 burial, all of you forming the channel. Oh, taking his foot off on the backside 540.
540s like that put Diaz right in the hunt for gold.
Represent the States, Bucky Lasek. This is where my money's at right now. Left side now.
Meant to grab the fakie to a switch stance invert, taking an old school Greek and doing an opposite stance, making tech.
Oh, look at that. Taking that one right out, back flip, hand down. They used to call that a Miller flip. And that's a switch frontside rodeo. And that's got to be the best run I've seen the whole time.
Lasek has way too many moves to be beaten, sending the silver to Diaz and claiming the gold for himself.
I'm an easygoing guy, so I love everything. We'll leave it at that.
Thanks to our crew from Down Under, let's take a peek at what's up for next week.
When the BMX masters take to the vert, they strap on their wings and fly to insane heights. The vert rider must work both the ramp and his bike to the extreme. Massive air and complex tricks is what the judges want. Survival is often all the competitors want. BMX Flatland is the twisted brother of the street rider. The Flatland rider is forever practicing endless combos of mind-altering maneuvers, sliding, rolling, scuffing and spinning towards the perfect routine. But occasionally, something a little less clean.
Planet X will be right back, so hang out for more action.
This is Planet X. Planet X. This is Planet X. Planet X.
Planet X had a chance to hang with Taylor Steele, the premier surf filmmaker who has made his mark on the screen and in the waves. Here's a special look at the movie Arc, featuring Taylor Knox.
I was inspired to make this movie on Taylor Knox just by knowing him really well and knowing what his history is and what he had to overcome to become a pro surfer. The movie is a documentary on Taylor Knox's life, and we travel around to Barbados, Hawaii, Mexico, and we just follow Taylor for a year.
Well, I think it's more of a documentary style film. It kind of shows a little bit insight to my life and some of the personal struggles that I've gone through, and it shows some, I think, pretty good surfing that we took some great trips on. The best way to go about bettering yourself as a surfer is doing the amateur contests. And there's so many of them around, the NSSA, and there's other organizations, but I think the NSSA is the biggest and it's the best way to start. But to just not lose sight of why you started surfing, and that's just for the pure love of it.
The crew from Billabong really scored with this release, Blueprint, on the surfing talents of Shane Dorian. Let's take a peek.
Let's talk for a minute about something nobody's going to expect to hear about.
How do I want to be remembered? I'm working on it. I'll continue working until I'm done. I'm just being myself.
Great.
Boy wants to know if they're gonna have the dancing.
This is Taylor Knox, and you're watching me on Planet X.
Special thanks to Taylor Steele and Billabong for their latest and greatest flicks. When we come back, we'll hit the studio with Planet X's own Bob Babbitt for a special feature. Let's take a look at what's coming up.
Hey Planet X viewers, this week we head to Lake Elsinore, California with our Planet X correspondents Rosalind Bradle and Jason Lazo for a Moto X excursion. Roz and Jason are hitting it with Michelle Johnson and the MX Girls. That's right, female motocross racers who really know how to get air. Let's take a look.
Hi, this is Michelle Johnson from MXGirls.com. I am a fun motocross racer, and I am out here at Elsinore Motocross Park, busting big air for Planet X TV.
Planet X, what's up? It's Jason Lazo and
Rosalind.
Where you been? It's been too long
I don't
since
know.
I've seen you.
It has been too long. I've just been hanging out.
Writing letters. Where's
I'm back.
I'd rather look at you than me, I'm telling you that. And we're here in Lake Elsinore at the motocross park with the MX Girls. And Michelle Johnson is here. She's going to tell us what the MX Girls are all about. Michelle, what's happening?
Not much. I'm glad you guys are out here. We're stoked. Super stoked. I own a women's motocross website. It's mxgirls.com. I got into motocross a couple years ago, and I was really disappointed about the coverage girls were not getting. So I thought I'd step up, join the internet world, and promote women in motocross. And taking it step by step. And like you guys being here today is one step for these girls to get closer to what the men are experiencing.
Very cool. Can we expect some of you girls to go really big today?
Yeah, a little buzz big for you.
Sounding yes.
So how does it feel to be some of the pioneers of women's motocross?
Well, coming from owner of MXGirls.com, it's awesome to get the emails that tell me that they're really stoked on me promoting them into this motocross industry. And when I'm watching, girls like Heidi and Bonnie, taking steps for us, I know from my opinion that I couldn't have asked for better inspirational leaders out there.
How often are you guys out here, and how long do you practice when you're out here?
Well, I'm out here any chance that I don't have to be at work. I work Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day, so I usually have my bike ready at 5. I jump in my truck and I head on over the hill and I come out to Paris track, usually at Wednesday, Friday nights, and then I hit up Elsinore motocross track on the weekend.
You and your bike are balanced in like a zero gravity. But once you're on your way down, that's when you need to pull your trick back, because if you start your trick after you're on the way down, then you'll fall away from the bike because you're faster gravity. But when you're on your way up and hanging up for that one like millisecond, you're in like a, I don't know what to call it, like a zero gravity kind of thing. So you and your bike will float evenly. Okay, that makes sense. Hey, my name's Heidi Henry. I'm planning on being the first women's freestyle motocrosser. Just giving the ladies a little bit of advice.
Looking ahead, not far away. For the rest of your life.
Jeremy McGrath here at Elsinore MX Park. I think it's an awesome place to ride. There's 5 to 6 different tracks, good for everyone. And I enjoy riding here. Good time. Yeah, I'm just gonna go out and ride, have some fun. I meet up with all my friends here and have a good time riding. It's not so serious. Come for some play.
Thanks to our Planet X correspondents, Jason Lazo and Rosalind Bradle, for bringing us the MX Girls. For Planet X, I'm Bob Babbitt, and we'll be right back with more action. Stay with us.
Rosalind, it was really good to work with you again.
Yeah, I wish I could say the same to you.
Lovely. We have a great relationship, don't we?
This is Planet X. Planet X. This is Planet X. Planet X.
So that wraps up my first TV gig. Hanging out here in the Planet X studio was really cool. The gadgets, cameras, and this. Hey Hurley, I wouldn't mind having one of these in my living room. Anyway, that concludes this week's show. So for Planet X and crew, I'm Josh Sleigh, and we'll catch you next time on the wild world of Planet X.
Planet X is brought to you by Sony, the official camera supplier to Planet X. Only Sony. And by Linex spray-on truck bed liners, extreme protection, Linex. And by Boatland of Escondido, Try the Hockey B-52, the official boat of Planet X.
And by Calypso Cafe. Fine cuisine, live entertainment, and the coolest spot in Leucadia on world-famous Highway 101. Go to calypsocafe.net and get a taste of the finest that Leucadia has to offer.